Well, I'm friends with Gordon, who runs NZ Bike Rentals, and I've come over and rented with my wife before and ridden around South Island, North Island, and Gordon told me about this, and I said, well, I'm on it. So come over and ride the safari with you guys, get to know a couple of Kiwis and some Aussies, and learn some good techniques.
So we're at the ridges at Rotorua. We're going to get out of here and head towards Motorrad, and then we head down towards Lake Waikirimoana and over towards Wairoa, and then to Napier, all via some back roads, gravel, very scenic backcountry. We get to experience probably 4 of the 7 tunnels of Taranaki, which are all hand cut into papa rock, hand dug by settlers over 100 years ago. Very much hobbit hole even, and off the beaten track.
Yeah.
Sort of somewhat unique experience. Not everyone gets to go to these places. And then we have through over the Gentle Annie, which is in the middle of the country, down through some backcountry, down over to Whanganui. And then up into where I'm from, Taranaki, which should be great. We come back across to Taupo through the Waitangas, so that's sort of once again into a part of New Zealand that's quite remote. With a mixture between there's sort of people in the middle of the island and there's people on the coast, and in between those two spaces there's a whole lot of bush, backcountry, gravel roads, and that's where the fun is.
Yeah,
so that should be fantastic. And then we're up through Port Waikato to Auckland, which is another outstanding ride. That last day of riding will be an absolute gem. It is stunning.
No, we're at the second fuel stop. What's it called? Is it Wahi?
Where are you from?
We're just south of Sydney. Yeah, Kangaroo Valley, western suburbs of Auckland. Fantastic, unbelievable. It has been an incredible morning, actually. Oh, just to ride the, you forget that you're in New Zealand. So riding with this group, the roads are actually really nice. The twisties were a lot of fun, and it's nice to have arrived here now and have a coffee and get ready for the next half.
Okay, what's happening? Found out New Zealand, for any problem they got, gravel, deep gravel, or fix it all. Bloody hell, I don't know what they were thinking. But a lot of fun today, and the scenery, absolutely stunning. Tasmania on steroids.
We are here at the first ever NZ GS Safari. My name is OJ. I look after all the marketing for BMW Motorrad New Zealand. And it's truly a few hard months of graft to get to this point.
How you feeling?
Really excited, a little bit of nerves obviously, but going to take it easy today, just get into the flow of things. Hopefully the gravel isn't too loose, but I've had a little chat with myself. Don't let the red mist descend. Just take it easy and get to the other end.
Great mix of scenery, great mix of road, some probably more challenging than others, which makes it part of the adventure. If everything was easy, it wouldn't be an adventure, would it? So yeah, fantastic. Probably coming from around Lake Waikiri-Moana itself, yeah, well, that road's sort of windy, gravelly, challenging, but the views are so fantastic that you just need to slot it back a bit and soak it all in. And yes, especially when you roll from there into this bush and stuff, and you roll over a crest, and all of a sudden there's it all laid out in front of you with the sea in the background, and you go pop. Yeah.
So blue.
So blue. Yeah. Cracking day. Yeah. Good flat sea, and everything looked great. But yeah, good. Yeah, we certainly got the right weather for that road. It's fantastic. It's a small country, so you've got a lot of different topography that's pushed into a small area, so therefore you can experience a very rapidly changing environment without having to travel for days on end to get there. Like today we've come from a highlands plateau, sort of almost around just at Rotorua, and now I've forgotten the name of the place, Rotorua, and into bush, high level lake system, back down to seaside, coastal at Wairoa, back up into sort of high country, real high, lots of wind up along that Craig, whatever the hell it is, bloody road, and then back out into the little settlement road where we rode the ridge and the coast. You're surrounded by 180 degrees of coast. Yeah, that's what makes it special. You don't have to go far to have fun.
Rider briefing happening behind us here for day 2 tomorrow, 353 kilometres, Napier to Whanganui. Really great day's riding today, so I'm sure New Zealand is going to produce their goods tomorrow, so can't wait to rip in and see some beautiful countryside and some more amazing riding.
Beautiful scenery, excellent roads, great bunch of riding guys that we had, and yeah, beautiful. This is what I imagine riding in New Zealand is all about. First time doing the safari, so I'm actually from GS Trophy. I won the Southeast Asia leg of it, representing Singapore. So this is the first time actually doing the safari, but definitely we'll be back again. Very interested to do Australia. No idea, I'm just following the GPS. No idea, just follow GPS, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the ride, basically, yeah.
Today's been awesome. Weather's a bit cooler than yesterday. Saw some amazing scenery again. It changed every 50 kilometers. It looked completely different. Went through some forestry sections, and then we took winding gravel roads all the way to the Gentle Annie. And now we're having a beverage and a pie, just to get the energy up for the second half of the day. We're in Taupo at the moment. It's a fuel stop. I think we're about 170 odd kilometers in. And now we're going to head back into the hills. It's apparently getting quite tight and dusty, and uphill, downhill, and we're going to end in Whanganui tonight.
Today was fantastic riding. Had Gentle Annie to start. It's a pretty iconic road to ride on here in New Zealand. Followed by some equally awesome flowy gravel. Super good speeds through there. Was kind of thinking what kind of roads they're going to do over here, especially North Island. But the guys absolutely nailed the selection of the roads. Super scenic, heaps of gravel. I don't even think there's that much gravel up here.
From Dunedin, or actually further south. I'm the northernmost out of these guys, and we've got some from deep south, right in the heart of Southland, have come up for the event. So yeah, we're just here on our GSs having a great time. I've been up here a few times. I've got a friend from the North Island that drags us around a lot of the dirt roads up here, but the crew that have come up with me, they've never been here. Some serious adventure riding up in the North Island. We're used to the South Island, so yeah, it's fantastic. It's totally different from what we're used to, and we're only on day 2. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be straight into it from out of Whanganui. I think 16 kilometres of bitumen, and then we're straight into the dirt.
Gravel roads, forestry stuff, amazing back road, twisty bitumen. It just never ends. It's something we kind of think, what's next? How do you beat what we just did? And it just constantly does. So it's an amazing event. Everyone's having a ball, and we just can't wait to get back out there and do it all again tomorrow.
We left Whanganui. It was raining, cold. Everyone was in their Gore-Tex. Only a few k's out of town, we headed up this mountain. Dirt hill, just climbing. Ferns, scenery, no dust. Did I say rain?
Yeah, well, put the jacket on, didn't pour down, so it was bearable. You just sort of feel, I wish it wasn't raining. Then you think, no, we'll make the most of it, and we did. Yeah, a little bit. I forgot to put my rain pants on, so my undies are drenched. And in Australia, when it rains, it's slippery, it's buggery, but here, the gravel they put down gives a bit of grip, so makes it a bit more enjoyable. I'm dry under here, but wet under here. Yeah, that's right. I can pee myself and no one will know.
Back into dirt. One dirt section was closed off because it was too wet, but the rest of the day just delivered. Even some of the locals didn't expect such good twisty bitumen on these farm roads.
The original route was redirected to avoid this section. We're following the trail of a lost rider who's gone and chosen a pretty good route for himself. It's yeah, it's a pretty gnarly track. Always follow the arrows. Don't follow your GPS because that will lead you astray.
Detour? Oh, Turamawana Road. That was actually in good nick compared to the last time I rode through there. Yeah, I assumed that's what would happen and you guys were there, so you'd get them going. And you did, and you caught up with us. Bike wouldn't start.
We're not supposed to come down here.
Follow the arrows only.
Doesn't have enough juice to bloody get it going again.
Okay, so we've been through the whole section, found a few stragglers, but they're back onto the original route now. We're all good. See you in New Plymouth.
We got a great time is what we got.
Oh well, today was a spectacular day. We had a lot of rain this morning, but it made the road hero conditions. All the dust was gone and it was amazing grip, even though it was wet. There's a lot of deep gravel in there and it was pretty packed down nice.
And we got to wash the bikes. You can tell.
Don't worry me, any day that I'm not at work and I'm on two wheels, raining or shining, is a good day. So I live in Taranaki, man. In the winter it rains here all the time, but if you want to ride, you just get out and do it. What I know about New Plymouth, its mountain name is Namutu. It is the largest province in Taranaki.
350 Ks, everyone's got a grin on their face, all the bikes are here. And we're ready now for a briefing and we're going to smash day 4 and 5.
This, what a morning, day 4. We're what, 55 Ks in, and it's been about 45 Ks of beautiful riding. So another 300 to go, give or take, and a little bit of a contrast to yesterday. Sideways rain, fog, mist, and blue skies and beautiful sunrise. It's been amazing. We got groups in tow. They're probably leaving in about 5 or so minutes. So we're about 55, 60k head start on everyone. So we get out there, keep throwing arrows up, and if all goes well, no one catches us before we get to Taupo. But you never know. Some of the guys are pretty keen to get to Taupo to try and get out and maybe bungee or go to Hooker Falls or do some of the cool stuff there. So yeah, we'll keep motoring, throwing arrows up, and hopefully everyone has an awesome day.
Well, yeah, watching the YouTubes in Aussie, and to be honest, once I got into adventure riding, I thought, yeah, I want to get good enough to do a BMW Safari. That was my goal. I thought I'd have to fly to Aussie and do it, but I arrived in New Zealand and said they're putting it on, and I just booked my ticket as quick as I could before I missed out. And I'm then worried and freaked out for a few months that I wasn't good enough to do it. But here I am, day 4, and it's been magic. You know, just took my time, took a deep breath, really easy riding, and even though it was so tight and slow, it was comfortable. I wasn't worried or stressed, and it was just flowy and beautiful, but the surroundings were just majestic. Like, I've never been in such a place in my life. It was so beautiful. And I'm from New Zealand, and I've never been there before. I never knew that existed. But just out of New Plymouth, Taranaki region, stunning riding. And the tunnels are just kind of like epic as well, like another experience again.
New Zealand never stops delivering. We left that town, and I know it brings you back to your childhood, riding bikes off-road and just like a stiff wind, breeze, cool morning, sun's in your face, and we're just seeing everything, every bit of scenery. It just changes from minute to minute to the next corner. Amazing, good traction, tunnels.
And then just came out into this amazing place. I don't know where we were, but it was incredible nature surrounding us. And first, second gear, real slow, real tight, and just crawling round these mountains and in this valley. It was spectacular.
I watched the ones in Australia, and I thought, oh well, they're New Zealand, so we'll give it a rip, and it's been awesome so far. Yeah, so a week away on places I've never been, and I live here, so yeah, it was good.
Alright guys, we just wrapped up day 4 of BMW SAFARI GS New Zealand. First ever safari here, as you know, but it's been such a cracker of a week. We went today from New Plymouth to Taupo, And what a place. There was a bit overcast as we come in, but then the clouds disappeared. We planned today to get in a little bit earlier, so this morning was the best dirt I've ever ridden on an adventure bike. It was really something else, and the customers are saying the same, which is great. So we got in about 1:32 for most people, which had a little bit of time up our sleeve. Just about to have a dinner now and then rest up for a massive day tomorrow. We've got 400 plus Ks to finish up the final day of the safari here in New Zealand. The dirt's different than it was all week, really. We've had gravel, we've had tight, twisty, slippery, clay, we've had a bit of everything. It's almost like they've prepped the road to put bitumen down, but they haven't bitumened it yet. So it's going to be a little bit more flowing.
Wow, and wow, I think. Just epic. I thought it was going to be good, and it was probably 10 times better than what I expected. I didn't see a road that I'd been on before, and I am so proud of being in New Zealand. I always was, but look, after that experience and all those scenic views, incredible roads, great roads, twisties, tight twisties, opened out, nice, lovely, flowing gravel, just everything really. The tar was even good. My skill level's probably upped by another 20% from the ride as well, because I was in such a variety of situations that I rode through with the support and the team, just making me feel so comfortable and confident about what I was trying to achieve. So it was really, really good. I'm just so happy that I pressed that button and booked this. And the first New Zealand GS Safari makes me feel like, well, I was there on the first, now I have to be there on the second, maybe the third and the fourth, and hopefully they just keep coming back and back and back, and you can do more and more and more of New Zealand because it was so good.
Then in the afternoon, we head out to the west coast, and you literally follow farmland, and you just look over to the left as you're riding along, and it's just ocean, and just probably one of the most spectacular rides that I've been on when I did the brekkie. And I sort of was riding along and thinking, far out, this has got to end soon, but it doesn't. We probably do about 60 or 70 K of this really amazing coastline ride.
Today was very good for the final day. We did 427 Ks, roads were perfect, gravel was perfect. It was a really good day on a GS. That's for the final day. There was one slight little hiccup. I met a nice guy, officer, can't remember his name, Wayne, I think it was Wayne, Officer Wayne. He got me for going over the speed limit. I thought it was 10 kilometres.
Get a team photo with these guys.
Brad, what were you doing?
What was I doing? Yes. Naughty. A little bit over.
What speed was he doing?
40 over. 40? I said 140. I definitely said 140. 141, he would have lost his licence.
He reckons it was 40. We won't argue over that one, but took all my details and gave me a nice little fine, and it was very good. And the Highway Patrol were there as well. We got lots of videos. So we'll be on season 10, so if you want to see more of it, go next year, season 10 of Highway Patrol.
I was saying today was like 2 days on safari. It was like the morning to Raglan, which is absolutely gorgeous, and then Raglan to here. Just 2 days wrapped into one. It was just perfect, just perfect. That west coast was just prehistoric. It was like mountains, rolling hills, ferns, just everything. And then you had the ocean right there with rolling waves and beaches. It was, you just didn't want to stop. Just didn't want to stop. Just loved it.
That has got to be the best safari you guys have done so far.
Tonight we're wrapping up the first ever BMW SAFARI GS in New Zealand. This one's been a really extra special one for us. It's been a long time in the process of talking about doing this event, and extra special for me because it was my first ever recce. Scenery like you've never even dreamt of before, and really the North Island showed us that it's just as exceptional as the South. Kiwi Road, ferns, views that went forever. What more can you ask for? With an incredible group of people and exceptional adventure riding, we can't wait to do it again.
All safe and sound. Absolutely spectacular riding here in New Zealand. Some of it, as a Kiwi, I've never explored. So the Safari team have sprinkled magic dust on the roads and on the weather for New Zealand. It's been outstanding.